I wanted to use a webcam to use on Discord. I don't own a real webcam. I don't want to buy one just for a niche purpose of occasionally using it on Discord. So instead, I thought it would make more sense to use something that I already have with a camera, my phone. And so I look it up, I find some tutorials, and they look promising, but I keep on getting to a similar error that I can't really be bothered to fix. Just something about not having suit HTTP SRC. So instead, I kept on looking, I looked on Git, and eventually I found this Git repo. Now, it does take a small amount of setup, but after using it, the setup for the initial setup and the setup to get it working each time, very easy. It works very well. So this video will just be about how I got it to work and it working with Discord for me on Arch. The first thing to do would be to obviously clone the repo and get everything set up. So obviously git clone and then copy pasting this. I've already done this, so you just jump in. Reading the README can be helpful if you're trying to do something a lot more involved and maybe like streaming it to a program that you're making. But in this case, all we need to do is run this script as with sudo. This script, just make sure that you have all of the packages needed to start using the webcam and whether you can set up the video loopback device. In this case, I've run it and it has told me that I need a specific package. So gst-plugins-good. Now, there is a list of packages that if you don't want to go through the trial and error of installing one package, then being told you need another, the list of packages I recommend are, so this is running on Arch, zenity, gst-plugins-base-libs, gst-plugins-good, gstreamer, and v4 L2 loopback-dkms. Now, I already have these, so I'm just reinstalling. I also spelled zenity wrong, but you get the point. It will tell you exactly what you need, and it will just ask you to install them. After this, you need to install the IP Webcam application on your Android phone. So now all we need to do is install the IP Webcam application on your phone. So for me, on the Google Play Store, the first application that comes up after you search IP Webcam works very well. Install it, open it up. There's only one setting that you may need to worry about, and that's here, local broadcasting. If you're on a network with multiple different people, it might be useful to have a password, but since I'm on a private network, I don't need to worry about that. And all of these other IP webcam settings, you can control through the web browser. So this is very set it up, put it down, and forget about it. So from here, we'll start the server. Here, the only thing that you need to worry about is right here, the IP address. So in this case, it's 192.168.1.40 and then port 8080. So we'll set that up. So you can see what's being broadcasted through the webcam on its own local server. So if we go back to the web browser, we can type in that address. And here, we know it's working and that it's enabled because we can access the web interface. If anything, if you want to make sure that everything's working, you can click browser. I had the video quality on incredibly low because it's, for my phone it's a lot less stuttering. So we'll just keep it on there for funsies. And these were the settings that I was talking about. You can change everything. You can check motion detection. You can zooming. A lot of this goes over my head. I'm not using any of this, but if it's there, it's there if you need it. So from here, you have set up the webcam on both your Android device and you run the setup script on your machine. All it's left to do is to run the run-videochat shell script. these are the command line arguments I use. I use -i to specify the IP. That's obviously quite necessary because where would it know? And the -v option for video only. You can do audio only with -a, and there's other command line arguments that you can also use, but I'll be using -v. There we go. Now we've been told that it's working. We can open up the video chat app. So in this case, I'll be using Discord. I'm going to join the voice channel, and I'm going to turn on my camera, and there we go. That's working perfectly fine. The only things to note about using it is, of course, keeping a stable Wi-Fi connection is very helpful. If it does crash or if you lose connection for any reason, my recommendation is to 1, stop the script, and 2, restart the application on your phone and make sure that's all working before you go and run the video script again.